All right, guys, so let's quickly talk exterior styling differences compared to a Santa Fe Calligraphy as well as other Santa Fe's. Biggest thing is this unique front grille design. You still get that LED light bar and the H pattern headlights, but you do get more flat black plastic with the active shutters over here, the grille portion and these design and then vent accents around the bumper. You also get the same treatment on the over fenders, which is nice because this is a, going to be something that people are going to hit, scuff up and stuff like that. So it's nice to see that it's a flat black plastic. And then you do get a all-terrain tire package with 18-inch wheels. And they did give this a slight lift compared to other Santa Fe models. So keep that in mind. You do get a slight lift. Nothing crazy, but something to differentiate it from the rest. So that should help when, doing some light off-road adventuring. Nothing crazy. You're not going to be rock crawling in this thing. I think you know that. But let's talk about design features. You get the blacked out A-pillar, blacked out mirror caps, floating roof line with that nice handle to help you get easy access, boom, just like that, onto the roof rail, which is really cool if you want to, strap some stuff, some bikes, a box up here for storage. You can do all that stuff, and I like that. It's a really nice feature. You can lock it if you don't want it, but let's talk practicality, let's talk storage, because I think that's what most people care for with this. So let's open up the trunk here, the huge tailgate that they really stretch to the edges to maximize, inside space as well as just access to the storage. We have all the seats up right now, and let's break down what I've put here. This is the the seats in the upright position. This is it reclined, so you do lose a little bit of vertical storage space. I have a backpack here that's like the largest backpack you could fit, let's say under like an airplane seat, for example. Really maximizes that to give you an idea. I also have a tire inflator as well as a tire deflator because I think you're going to pack at least some stuff when you do some off-roading. You're going to put some snacks in there, but as far as essentials, I got the stuff I feel like I wanted to show. But as far as folding the seats flat, you do get two seats here. They fold flat really nice and easy. Honestly, I like how simple the mechanism is, fold them flat. And then because you get the bench configuration of this, you can press left and right for that 60-40 split. And they fold really nice, really easily, flat to give you an amazing, this is in the way, an amazing flat space. You can camp out here. You can really have a good time because it's just really roomy and perfectly flat. It's a little poking up there, but you can push that down and just kind of stayed up there. All right, so inside the XRT, what's unique in here? You do get these unique embossing and XRT branding on these seats that are perforated. They aren't Napa leather like the Calligraphy, but they are like a soft, synthetic leather material. These are just heated. They're not ventilated, so keep that in mind. You get an individual sunroof up here. You don't get the one in the back like you would in a Calligraphy, which would have been nice for an off-road adventure style vehicle to have. But let's talk about this stuff. You do get this compartment here. It's not a UV cleaning like you would get in a Calligraphy, but it's a nice storage cubby here to put some snacks. You can put some more snacks over here in this pretty deep shelf, and you get the glove box down there. But yeah, coming along to the center console here, because the shifter isn't here, you get a lot of versatility. You get one wireless charger. This is just a pad here, and it's raised. So let's say if I have your phone here, you have that camera bump, you can just rest it on here, and then it will charge up, which is nice to see. What's cool is once we get this thing, I think the door has to be closed. Never mind. Once the door is closed and the wireless charger is on, you'll get a little Cheetah kind of wireless charging level indicator right there. So that's really nice to see. And then even though this isn't a wireless charger, you still get that same pad to rest the phone on for symmetry. They didn't think of just getting rid of it completely. As far as AC and volume controls, you get all hard buttons here. Touch in the middle for the heated seats and other climate controls, and then drive mode, auto hold, four-wheel drive lock, hill descent, and then your parking camera. The unfortunate thing is that the XRT only has a rear view camera. I wish they took the 360 surround view camera system from the Calligraphy and made it more catered towards off-roading to show telemetry, get a good view of the surrounding terrain and hills and obstacles and stuff. That would have been nice to see. You get cup holders here. They gave us a nice little disposable camera if you want to, get some flicks of your adventure. And then down here you get nice storage space that has these barriers so things aren't like flying around. They also included us with this little pouch here. Let's see what's inside here. Looks like we got some type of coin, little Hyundai coin. These are like these are good currency. I think if you get like 50 of these, you can get a free Santa Fe, I heard. But good luck finding these. These are very rare and hard to come by. Center console here. We'll show you more when when we're in the back here. You get nice, large storage space. This little cubby here that pops out. But that's really nice to see. And with that, let's hop onto the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. All right, so inside, going on to the door panel portion, everything's nice and black leather, black plastics, this aluminum, finish on the door handles, but it is designed to, I feel like, get more dirty. It's more, I feel like I would get this if I'm gonna have, kids and, things are gonna get dirty. I wouldn't get a lighter interior, which is nice. Switch gears here. Coming down here, you get a nice flat plastic on the door sill, your parking switch over here, as well as your tailgate, and then a tow button, as well as traction control off. Looking at the steering wheel, leather. It is not heated, so keep that in mind on the XRT. You get a nice little horn, which sounds good, and then you have your H, in Morse code. A little kind of driver monitoring system, which is that infrared camera to make sure you're paying attention to the road, and then unique gauge cluster display. It's not that full 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. So you get RPM here, and then you get speed. And then this center portion is what's customizable. So I use this one right here. So I click OK, and then if I look at the gauges, you can kind of scroll through those. So that's the only customization you get. It is a nice modern look for that, which I think will look cool down the road. It's digital. It looks digital, but it isn't like a full customizable display. Going on to the kind of the drive selector, it is kind of like the Icona and the Ioniq 6. You go forward for drive, reverse, backwards, and you press P for park. So it's nice and compact. It's pretty simple to use, and I like that. And with that, let's hop in the second row and see what the kids get. All right, so let's say the kids got a bunch of snacks. Where are they gonna put them? They're gonna put some here. You can pop them in there, really nice. You're also gonna be able to put some down here in this nice little drawer. So we'll kind of pop those in there. So it's cool that they have this entire system set up for efficient storage. So it's really deep. So in the event I remove this little cubby here, you get deep access into that shelf, that drawer that I pulled out earlier. And there's even an extension portion here. So I can actually take one of my, let's say, favorite snacks, hide it there just for the parents, which I think is really clever, very versatile. Because I think they know when you have a lot of kids, you're gonna have a lot of junk, a lot of things you need to, like wipes, whatever it is. So they have storage compartments for all of that. And my favorite part is this bench seating. You don't get the captain's chairs, but I think I would take more seats versus those, two more premium seating option, I guess. But let's see what you get here. Nice, just simple, well padded cup holders, but it's a nice little cubby here. You also get USB-C ports built into the backrest, and because there are no vents here, you're actually gonna have your vents on the side. So it's nice that you still have vents for the second row. They didn't get rid of them. They just packaged them differently. No sunroof like I mentioned earlier, but let's talk about getting into the back seat. These seats are really nice. They're not heated, so keep that in mind. That's something a calligraphy edition will have. But let's talk about how we get back here. There's gonna be a button. I'll have Ethan try to find it too. If you press that button, pushes it, literally, it's spring assisted, so boom, the whole thing comes forward. And then I just, put one foot here. Kids are gonna have a lot better of a time getting back here. And then I'm gonna bring this forward. Put that out of the way. I'm gonna just give you guys an idea of what it's like behind myself. I think this was actually a little further back, but these slide, so keep that in mind. A good room, really good headroom, amazing headroom because of that boxy profile. But let's talk about amenities they get. They get a nice cup holder, 2 cup holders set up, their own fan speed control, which is really cool. Vents on both sides, and then no USB-C ports, unfortunately, but you do get access to that power outlet. So you could put in a USB adapter here. You just don't get that on both sides, unfortunately. I wish they did keep that in here, because if you're gonna have the kids out here, you're going out somewhere, they want to be charged up. You know what I'm saying? So to get out, press that again. The force gets me to move the seats forward, and then I can just hop out pretty easy. Actually, I'll be honest, it's not super easy, but we'll make it work. Nice is for kids. They included this little sleeve so the seatbelt isn't getting in the way, but there's also this handle here so they can grab onto. So let's say if they want to get in, they can use that, which is super cool. But yeah, I really think for this size of the vehicle, the fact that you get a 3rd row seat standard, a bench seat standard to fit up to, what is that, 7 people, and then also do some light off-roading if you could fit, a day's worth of, if you can fit like a lunch out there, that's a nice quick, Saturday getaway. You know what I mean? But if you don't, you fold those seats flat really easily, you get even more storage space. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, these seats do slide really easily, very far forward and very far back. So this is the far forward sit up. This is how far back it goes. So wide range of motion there in case you need to fit something big maybe, and then have these people sit, you can just kind of squeeze them, they'll live with it. So, and on the door panel here, you get your cup holders. Because there are no cup holders in the middle, you get 2 here, a bottle holder down here, and then your window. No sunshades. I would have liked to see sunshades on this, just because if you're gonna be out, you know, doing some adventuring, the sun's gonna get a little annoying. You know, you want to protect the kids a little bit. Just my 2 cents. As far as other seat controls, you get this lever here if you want to manually bring the seat flat, and then instead of that button up here, you also get this other button here, which will do the same thing. So there's two. You know, they know kids aren't super tall. Maybe your kid cannot reach that. They can press this and get in all by themselves, which is nice to give you kids that kind of autonomy, because I know a lot of kids like to sit in the third row. At least I did when I was younger. So yeah. All right, as I close the tailgate, I'm not gonna bore you guys with the engine bay. It's a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 277 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. So enough power to get this thing going. You're not gonna do anything crazy rock crawling, some crazy towing. So there's also a hybrid option that's gonna be available, but not on the XRT. It's a 1.6 liter engine with an electric motor, but that'll be offered on the other variant. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.